The American military hero, Alek Skarlatos, is joining us right now. You might recall he and a couple of his buddies stopped what could have been a horrific train attack by a knife-wielding assailant, among others, in Paris. Not that long ago, of course, it became the subject and a star in a Clint Eastwood-directed movie of the same. It's very good to have you, Alek, and I appreciate your taking the time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, I was thinking of you, Alek, because in that case, it was a knife-wielding crazy guy, right? I mean, we're so focused on guns, but if you have a knife and you're hell-bent on killing people, you're hell-bent dangerous, right?
Well, he had a AK-47 and a handgun as well, but fortunately for us, he didn't know how to operate them that well.
What made you do what you did? I mean, the reason why I asked was that there's always this divided school of thought. Do you take on the attacker when he comes into a school, or in this case, a train, or what do you do?
I mean, I don't think I can speak on that. In our situation, it made sense for us to do what we did just because we had no place to go. We were going to die anyway, so we just kind of gave it a shot, and it all worked out.
So you were weighing it. We're in deep trouble one way or the other, but we might as well go out fighting. Could you tell me, just go through the event itself?
Yeah, sure. Well, we were just kind of sitting there playing on our phones or asleep, and I heard a gunshot and breaking glass come from behind me. So I turn around basically to see what was going on. And there was a terrorist with an AK-47 standing there. Spencer, who was on the aisle seat, woke up. So I tapped him on the shoulder and said, basically, go get him. He took off, made it to the guy and tackled him. Then I followed up and took his weapons, and we just kind of beat him up. Spencer put him in a chokehold. I hit him in the face with the AK until he went unconscious, and then Spencer went to take care of the passenger that was shot, and I took care of the weapons.
What were others on the train doing?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Most people were in total shock. A couple of them offered to help us, which was incredibly helpful, especially because we didn't speak French. But yeah, it was just really a state of shock, and I wouldn't say panic, but just kind of almost confusion and shock.
You know, that always does seem to be the initial one. Yours was a very different situation, I grant you, and you pointed that out. But I do wonder, I think, in these school shootings, a common theme is people just are shocked. They don't know what the heck is going on. I know advice is cheap, but advice from you, I think, isn't so cheap. I mean, we think about our kids in situations like this. What do? I mean, they're told, alarm goes off, you run out. I mean, sometimes you can be, you know, a shooting target in that event. Others say you hide somewhere, anywhere. What do you think?
I mean, that's really tough. I really can't say. It would just depend on the situation. I would say a moving target's harder to hit for sure. So if you happen to be stuck in the open, just keep moving and going away from the shooter. But if you're stuck in a classroom or something and he enters and you don't have anywhere to run, I would definitely say fight it out, because that's going to be your only hope at that point.
What's pretty clear from the movie, at least, and knowing what I do of your situation, you could have frozen, you didn't. But a lot of people, quite naturally, I don't care whether they're from France or the United States or anywhere in between, they freeze. Understandably, they freeze. But you seem to be saying from the outset, you're at that point where you have nothing to lose, right?
Right, and I mean, our situation was also unique because I was with my two best friends that I've known forever. It's not like I was with total strangers, and we had kind of talked about that situation before, like what we would do, and I think that's a huge help too, just kind of trying to imagine yourself in situations like that and thinking about what you would do, so you kind of have an answer for yourself ahead of time. So when it happens, you're just not in a total state of shock. You kind of have some idea of what you want to accomplish.
You know, this is ancillary to that, but I was always fascinated how when Clint Eastwood was putting this movie together, he didn't want to use actors. He wanted to use you and your buddies, the actual heroes. Now, I know you have dismissed the hero term, so I'll leave it at that. But what did you think of that? And that he wanted to do a movie based on what you guys did, starring you guys?
Well, we were just as shocked as anybody else when he asked us, honestly, because he asked us only a week and a half before filming started, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare or anything.
Is that right? All right.
But it was just, I mean, we were just totally shocked and humbled, and we had said yes. Obviously, we were very excited to do it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was the experience of a lifetime.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Alek Skarlatos, thank you very, very much.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.